stitch bird. Today I'm going to do a wee bit of a chat about 3 tops that I have made over the last couple of months. Today I'm wearing the Rhapsody by Love Notions. This is the one with the wee tie, just a really easy breezy top to wear at this time of the year. I went for the wee fuller flutter sleeves. Anyway, moving on to the tops that I want to talk to you about today. I've got 3. And to be fair, there's probably one that I would need to make again in a better quality fabric. And my New Year's resolution this year is to buy better quality fabrics. We spend all this time making our beautiful hand-sewn clothes. You don't want to make them in fabric that is not quality. So that is one of my goals, is not to buy cheap fabric. Some of the cheaper fabric that I have in my stash I will potentially use just to try out patterns, or I'll donate it. So that's my plan. Anyway, moving on to what I've got to show you today. The first top I want to show you, and it's one that I want to make more of, but this is the one that's in the fabric that I'm not particularly happy about. So this is the Melody by Love Notions, and I'll put a pic of me wearing it. I made this some time ago, and to be fair, it didn't fit me, so I've gone up a size. I did the extra large and the full bust, so it's just got, sorry about that wee interruption. Anyway, this is the Melody Dolman by Love Notions. It has a grown-on sleeve with a wee band that you stitch. Now, I have issues with this band. It always flops apart. It might be because I've used a very drapey fabric. I'm thinking I might omit the band on my future makes, but we'll see what happens. It's got the wee camp style collar, buttons down the front, and a shirt tail hem. Because the hem was curved, and I do this now on my hems, I usually do my own biased hem. So I did a biased binding hem. It just goes around the curve so much easier and sits nice and flat. So I'll put a pic of me up there wearing it. I think it fits really well. I just need to use a better quality fabric, and probably something that's got a little bit more body, like a poplin, or even a round would be okay. But just because you're doing the collar and the buttons down the front, you need something that's got a little bit more, I guess, stability to it. So a cotton, I'll have a look through my stash and see if I've got some nice cottons. I've actually cut one out in a really pretty pink, and I think that's a cotton blend, so I think that might be a better quality fabric. This is just a straight polyester. I chose this purely because of the colour. It's actually, I'll just hold it up to the camera, it's actually got pink dots, and I really wanted something to wear with those pink boots that I featured in my last video. But yeah, I have to say it's not the greatest in this fabric, so watch future videos to see me make this again in a better quality fabric. So that was that one. Now I'm not sure, this one I might have shown before, and I'm really pleased with this one. It's a beautiful cotton that I got in Auckland, and it's got a really pretty pattern on it, and it's got that stripe to it, and in the center there's a little bit of mustard in the center of the flowers. Now this is the Majorelle by Itch to Stitch. You can actually do this in a dress as well, but I chose to try the top first. It's optional whether you do the frill around the collar, and I think next time I will omit the frill around the collar. I don't think I need it. It's got cute wee gathers around the neck. Raglan sleeve. I do like a raglan sleeve. It was supposed to have the, I guess, casing with the elastic threaded through, but I decided to do 3 rows of shirring, and it's quite good because you can pull it up and wear the sleeves up a little bit higher. Buttons down the front. It's got its own self band that you stitch down the front. Really nice and easy breezy. It's going to be nice going into autumn. I can just wear this with my jeans, which I'll picture in there for you so you can see what it looks like with jeans. As I said, a 16 full bust is what I did. I lengthened it by about 1 inch, and the only other modification was doing the shirring in the cuff. Okay, so that's that one. Now the next one did cause me a little bit of head scratching on how I was going to do it, and this was my party sequin top that I wanted to do for Christmas, to wear with maybe a floaty skirt or even just out casually with a pair of denim jeans. And I have got a pic of me wearing it with denim jeans, but the jeans that I have on are probably not the best. They need to be a wider leg, but anyway, you get an idea of the fit of the top. Now this is the Montrose by Cashmerette, and I did the version without the pleats or the gathering in the back. That's the one I normally do because I just find it just gives me a bit more room, but because this was sequins, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it as plain as possible, and I knew that I'd have to line it, but I didn't know whether I really wanted to line the sleeves. But I'm thinking the fabric underneath might be a wee bit itchy, so I did end up lining the whole thing. So essentially I made 2 tops and put them together by stitching them around the neck. So underneath you've got the lining, and I did a pretty pink lining, and all I did was shorten the lining and the sleeves probably by about 1 inch, just so it doesn't poke out at the bottom. And so the only thing that's holding it together is around the neck. And then I had the issue, what was I going to do with the edges of my sequins? Obviously I didn't really want to machine through there. You'd have the machine line sewing. So what I did in the end is I did a binding. I'll hold this up to the camera. I did a binding and I just hand stitched it around. So I did that for the hem, and I did that also around both of the sleeves, and so it just really finishes it off. You can't notice any stitching. It is very sparkly. I've always wanted a sparkly top, and I think it would look really good with maybe slightly wider leg pants and even a wee blazer over the top. So very cute. I do find because it's lined it is quite hot, so potentially I might even be able to wear it if I've got a party do or something like that to go to in the cooler weather by wearing a blazer over the top. If I get round to styling it like that, I'll put some pics in at some point. But anyway, there's a pic of me wearing it just with jeans. The fit's really good. The only other seams going through it is just the darts, because I need the darts, but they came out well in the sequins. It didn't seem to matter. I didn't do the method where you pick them all off, because these are just tiny wee baby plastic sequins, and the machine coped with them really, really well, so there was no problem there. The only thing is the people in my house haven't coped with them very well, because when I was making it I got sequins absolutely everywhere, and every now and then the odd one will drop off, because obviously it's from the edge of the stitching or whatever. So I leave a wee bit of a trail. That's the only problem with sequins. But it was a fun make, and I'm actually really pleased on how it turned out, because I hadn't really sewn with sequins before, and I thought this is going to be really awkward and really challenging, but in the end, yeah, it's turned out really great. A lovely wee sparkly wee top. So that's my 3 top makes. Out of the 3, I definitely want to make the Melody Dolman again, and I'll definitely make the Montrose. The Montrose is my go-to woven tee pattern. It doesn't take much fabric, and I just think it would be great in a lightweight linen, lightweight cotton. I've got a couple already, and it's just something a bit different to wearing a t-shirt. And plus, you know, there's so many pretty wovens out there at the moment that you can use for that one. And the same with the Melody Dolman by Love Notions. As I said, I've already got one cut out, so I'll show that to you when I get it finished. The only other project I'm working on at the moment is I've got another shirt dress by Seamwork cut out, and I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it in the bottom here. It's about 3/4 of a way through, so hopefully I'll have that finished. My next week's video is some more Hope dresses by Style Arc. I think I might have shown you one so far, but I've got another 2 that I've made, and what I did is I modified the neckline and did it into a V. So I've got those coming up next week. Show you those. One of them is, I'm just so pleased with it. I've worn it so much already. It's in a beautiful linen, so I'll definitely get those up so you can see those. And then I think I'm going to start thinking about doing some autumn sewing plans. Things are starting to change a little bit around here, and we are actually already into autumn, but it's still wearing shirts and things. So yeah, I'm just going to start thinking about what I want my autumn wardrobe to look like. And at the Wanaka show on Friday, I bought a really gorgeous leopard print bag, and I know leopard print is really in at the moment, so I'm thinking about making some things to go with that. If I get a chance, I'll put a pic in for you of it. It's really cool. Anyway, until next week, bye now.